Doha has been rocked by explosions after Israel launched a strike targeting senior leaders of Hamas who were in the Qatari capital.
It is a dramatic escalation of Israel's war in Gaza, which Qatar is calling a blatant violation of international laws and norms, while Benjamin Netanyahu says the attack is completely justified. We'll begin our coverage with Middle East correspondent Matthew Doran in Jerusalem. Matthew, what do we know about the strike?
Bridget, good morning. This happened late afternoon local time when a series of explosions were reported in a suburban area of Doha, the Qatari capital, a residential building targeted. It was just moments after that the Israeli military announced that it had launched what it was describing as a precision strike on members of Hamas's senior leadership. Now, that statement at the time did not actually mention the location, but it quickly became clear that this strike had happened on Qatari soil. And in the hours since then, we have seen significant responses and further details start to emerge. Most importantly, that 5 members of Hamas have been killed, along with one Qatari official or one Qatari citizen there. And those 5 members of Hamas, while they are members of the militant group, including the son of the chief negotiator of Hamas, no members of Hamas's senior leadership have been killed, according to the group in statements it has been releasing this evening local time. Now, the Qatari government is furious about this. They are saying that this is a cowardly attack, that Israel has blatantly violated international law by launching an attack on its soil. But speaking shortly after the attack, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, was addressing an event at the US Embassy here in Jerusalem, and he said that he will not rest while those who have been responsible for perpetrating the October 7, 2023 terrorist attacks on Israel remain at large.
They perpetrated the worst attack on the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Now, they were meeting in the same place, exactly the same place, where they celebrated this savagery almost 2 years ago. At the beginning of the war, I promised that Israel would reach those who perpetrated this horror. And today, Israel and I have kept that promise.
Matthew, likely to be broad impacts of this strike. What's been the response across the Middle East?
We are hearing from a number of Gulf states and also Arab nations also condemning these strikes. They include the United Arab Emirates, a neighbour to Qatar. The Saudi Arabian government also furious about this, and Egypt also condemning Israel's actions here. This is highly significant to see Israel acting in this way against Qatar. We know that Israel has launched a number of strikes in recent times at some of its nearest neighbours. Lebanon, Syria, Iran, the Iran war just a couple of months ago, Yemen, where the Houthi rebels are operating. But this is the first time that Qatar has been attacked. And Qatar is not considered to be an enemy state of Israel. There is a long and fairly torrid history there of tension between the two countries. But Qatar has been at the forefront of these negotiations, this mediation to try to bring about an end to the war in Gaza, or at least a pause in those hostilities. It's safe to say that there are deep concerns this evening here in the Middle East that this strike by Israel could have literally blown up the chance of those negotiations being successful. We are hearing those concerns being echoed by the families of Israeli hostages, 48 of them still held captive in Gaza, 20 believed to be alive. They are fearing that targeting Hamas's negotiating team in this way, even if that top brass has not been killed in these strikes, is going to set this back. And Hamas has issued a statement this evening saying that these strikes, or this strike on a residential building in Qatar, shows that Benjamin Netanyahu and his government are not serious about trying to bring about an end to the war, that they are simply wanting to continue this offensive while also pushing ahead with that Gaza City operation, with evacuation warnings issued for basically the entirety of that area in the hours prior to this strike in Doha.